Well, hello, Young and the Restless Daily Recap fans. Today's recap is for Thursday, July the 28th, 2022. Thursday, July 28th, 2022. To me, not too much happened today on the Young and the Restless. It was pretty much yesterday is the same as today. I mean, Nick is still going through his self-doubt that he wasn't the actual one who killed Ashlyn, that Ashlyn died, in Victoria's house after he hit him. And it's just wearing all on his face. You could see it just in his eyes. I mean, that's a person who cares about human life. I mean, this actor does a very, very good job of playing this role, because you could see that as much as, he hated Locke. He said, matter of fact, Nick boasted, I'd kill him myself if he tried to hurt my sister. But when it all came down to it, it is just eating him alive, even though we know, just as we suspected, Victor's men were the one that took the body out, placed it in the car, and, Ashlyn was found in it. But a good CSI team, they're gonna, that blood spillage is not gonna match up at all, okay? And a good coroner is gonna be able to tell the true time of death. Or approximate. But the only thing is, Victor's team did get to the body pretty close after he was actually killed. So that would probably be a gray area. But Victor, Michael, they have no problem with what they've done. They have no problem. Like, Michael briefed the whole security team and told them what to say. Listen, you didn't take him out. You didn't see him. As a matter of fact, Victor almost blew it when he was talking to Chance, when Chance came. And Chance says, by the way, why were you at Victoria's? What made you come over there? Wouldn't the logical answer have been, I was concerned about my daughter. Ashlyn Locke was on the loose. I called her on the phone. Oh, no. You know what? Her phone records would show he didn't call. I couldn't have said that unless he really called, right? Nick was the one calling her, and she wasn't picking up. So Victor would actually had to have called her. But I would just say my daddy senses. I wanted to check on my daughter on my way home to make sure she's okay. As a matter of fact, I went over there to try to convince her to come stay on the ranch, because I didn't feel good about Ashlyn Locke being a wild card. That story made more sense. So what he tells Chance, well, because the security detail called, they saw Nick go in. They saw, Nick and Victoria come out looking frazzled. And like Chance is saying, so they saw Nick go around the back. Did they follow him around the back? They're a security team. Did they look in any windows to try to see what was going on? I'm thinking, what a crappy security team, period. But no, they didn't see anything. I told them to keep their distance. Oh, you did? Wow. And look at what was happening in the inside of that house. Even though, where were the security team while all of this was going on? They were a horrible security team, in my opinion. But it's just interesting how, Michael, soon as Victor mentioned the security team, Michael was thinking, oh, yikes. He shouldn't have quite mentioned that, because they hadn't really ironed out the whole story behind that. But Chance is suspecting something's not right, something's not adding up. just like Nick knows something's not adding up here. Dad, you did something. But just tell me what you did. And Victor's like, son, I don't know what you're talking about. We didn't do anything. Ashlyn got himself up, got in the car, realized realized he had nothing to live for and killed himself. Does that sound like something Ashlyn Locke would do? That's interesting to me. But you know, Nicholas is, we're going to deal with a lot of his emotions behind, and I think his emotional state, because as you can see, they brought him and Sally together. This was togetherness number one, right? To where she tells him that he's like, look, I don't have time to talk about work. I don't have time to talk about you and Adam. And I got too much on my plate, too much going on. And she's like, well, what's going on? Because yeah, you sure do. You look like hell. That's what she said. And he didn't get into it. Thank goodness, because he doesn't even know Sally. So why would you get into what happened that night? Why would you tell her, an employee, that story? So I'm happy he wasn't sucked into that with Sally. But she ends up telling him that she was going to tomorrow morning tell Victoria she was resigning. And he's like, no, you are not. He's thinking, no, you know, we trusted you. We gave this job. As a matter of fact, he told her, to hell you will. And she's looking like, wait, what? And he's like, no, that's not the move. Too many women have given up way too much chasing after Adam. You know, don't fall into that. So she's kind of looking at him, and then she calls Chloe over to the office, and Chloe comes over. It's late at night, but she said the kids were in bed, and Kevin's very understanding. And Sally's talking the whole thing out. Oh my goodness, I'm going to resign, you know, or I was going to resign. And Nick Newman talked to me, and Chloe talked some sense into her. And he's like, you deserve this chance. You deserve it. Do not do this. Don't beg Adam. And she's like, I don't beg him. I wasn't begging him. And I'm thinking, on what planet was that not begging? She was definitely begging him. You love me, begging him, please tell me you do. Oh my goodness. So Chloe really talks some sense into Sally's head, thank goodness, because Chloe knows the players. Chloe knows, you know, all of the ins and the outs. So, you know, in the end, Sally definitely said, no, you know what? We're going to keep this job. We're going to make the best of it. This is going to be the best 90 days, you know, that Newman Media has ever had. So good. I'm glad she's getting focused, and she is going to decide, because she told Chloe, she told Adam he's going to feel bad once she's moved on with someone else. And I was thinking, did I miss that part of the conversation? I didn't hear her tell Adam that. If you heard her tell Adam that, you know, kind of when you write your comments, say, yeah, I heard her say it, because I don't remember her saying that to Adam. But by her saying that to Chloe, I thought, yeah, she's going to go after his brother. She's going to feel, what a better way to getting back at him by going after his brother. But Nick, right now, his headspace is so bad. We'll see how long it takes that to happen. Now, Phyllis and Summer. Phyllis played her daughter like a fine-tuned fiddle. She really did. And got Summer to the point to where, yeah, she's going to talk to Kyle about it, because she goes, I have to admit, I am a little jealous. Kyle gets to work with his mother, and I would love to work with my mother again, you know. So anyway, that is going to happen, because Kyle is going to give her what she wants. Kyle's going to have reservations, but Summer will let him know, no, my mother's going to be on her best behavior, and so is yours, right? You know, so that whole debacle is going to happen with Phyllis working at Marchetti, and it's going to be just a powder cake ready to explode. That's going to be some interesting summer watching. But that's it pretty much to me with The Young and the Restless. Not too much. I really can't see where there's going to be a really knockdown, bang out cliffhanger Friday tomorrow. I think it's going to be more of the same, but we shall see. Let's go to comment corners. I did get some comments. Anita says it's hard to believe Victor. You never know. No, you can't believe Victor, because as we're already seeing, yeah, we know he was involved. He had the body moved. And Mary saying, come on, Adam, give yourself a break. And then she's telling Sally, don't beg him. Now, isn't it funny, in today's show, Sally said, not begging him. We all saw her beg him, please. She was begging every chance she got. She said, let him miss you for a while, Sally. Really, that's what she should do. And then she says, Chance is no dummy. He knows he's being played, when Michael was trying to get some information from him. But she is saying Chance is too close to the case. This is his wife's family, his wife's brother and sister. He should recuse himself. You are 100% right, Mary. I agree with you on that. And then, Sally, we're talking about Sally Spector. Mary, I agree with you on that. And then Mary also said that when Victoria, these are her thoughts on what happened. When Victoria and Nick went outside, Victor's security team came in, took Ashlyn out, put his body in the car, and sent it over the cliff, which now we know is a regime. The police found Ashlyn's car at the bottom of the ravine. We know Victor's behind it. Yes, he is too calm. He's a great liar. And it says, why does he torture his children this way? In this case, Victor honestly believes he's protecting his children. And I could see his Victor point of view. He knows Nicholas is not the kind of person who can handle killing a human being. But it was an accident. And Nick could have handled it more if they would have called the police. Police took the body out. And Nicholas was found to be self-defense. Nicholas could handle it, but Nicholas can't handle uncertainty and a cover-up. See, now he's thinking his father covered it up, and it's just going to be a whole big to-do with Nicholas, So, Mary, we're going to see what happens with that. And then Monique says, crazy idea, Adam's younger self talking him to give up Sally. We're not going to see Adam for a minute, okay? And Nakisha, she answered my question from yesterday. My question was, because we know Adam is on his way back to Las Vegas. And I said, well, what's his name? Sparrow? What was Adam's pseudo name? What was that alias he was going under? And Nakisha said it was Spider. You're 100% right. Spider was the name that Adam was going under. That was so interesting. I know it was an SP something, so it was Spider. So those were some great comments. See, thank you so much for getting engaged. And, we could chit chat and talk about these things. I will be back tomorrow with tomorrow's daily recap for The Young and the Restless. Let's hope we have some action for Cliffhanger Friday.